Right, folks, just finished work, and this is a special edition of For Fox's Sake. It's been announced this afternoon that 3 Leicester City players have the coronavirus symptoms. Right? Symptoms. They don't have it, they have symptoms, and they have been told to self-isolate. So now that means that I don't know. I don't want to underestimate this. I do take the coronavirus seriously, right? I think we all should. But I don't know where to go on this, to be fair, folks. It's a touchy subject. Yes, Leicester have done the right thing by getting the players to self-contain or whatever they do. Can't remember. And that is completely right. I would have thought that other tests have been taken out on the whole squad, on support staff and all that kind of stuff, to make sure that, hopefully, fingers crossed, this is just a warning on how things might be. I've been reading through some of the comments on Twitter, and people are saying now that the season should be stopped, the season should be cancelled, the season should be this and that. My personal feelings on this is that if this coronavirus does keep spreading and growing as it is seeming to be doing, I don't personally think the season should be scrapped. I do think games should be played, even if it's behind closed doors. There's talk of that football is for the fans, and if the fans aren't there, then it's not football. Well, but it is football. Fans who have been paying for the season so far, fans have put a lot of money into the football this year. Fans have travelled many miles, and fans also want a result to the season. I know I do. I don't want people dying of coronavirus, but I do want a result to the season. To just like cancel the season now, I think would be, it would be wrong. I honestly believe it would be wrong to cancel the season now. You can't just say that, due to coronavirus, the season's wiped out. That means you wouldn't have a Champions, you won't have qualifiers for next year, next year's Champions League, you won't have teams relegated, you won't have teams going up and down. If you just say, right, this is it, end of the season now, how you are in the league is how you are, that's it, you can't do that. You will have repercussions. You can't have somebody like Manchester United or Tottenham or whoever being told that this is what you've got to accept just because of a coronavirus. It ain't going to happen. There will be lawsuits. They will be suing people, the FA and everything. You can't do it. I personally think we should just carry on playing, probably behind closed doors. Let's see how the situation goes. Let's see how many more people get the virus and things like that. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better, but I honestly don't know. We can't really say. We actually seem to have taken a grip of it before. Italy, unlike Italy, who are unfortunately in a complete mess, we have taken a bit of a grip of it first before, it's got, not underline it too serious. It is serious, but you know what I mean. It's not as serious as Italy. I don't think that, I'm going to say this now, and this is going to contradict myself. Playing games behind closed doors, fans will still probably turn up and be there, but it's nowhere near going to be the amount of people. I mean, the KP holds 32,000, other grounds hold 60,000 and all that, 50,000. I would probably think you get a few thousand turning up outside, which is not good. It goes against the it goes against the advice that the government are giving of 500 people or more should not get together into crowds. It is a conundrum. It is a complete nightmare. I don't really think there is an answer as such. I think you've just got to keep, being vigilant. I've got the heating on here. I'm bloody sweating. Oh no. And I think people should just be aware of the hygiene factors and all that kind of thing, and just we've got to try and just keep getting on with things. We will beat this, as a nation, as a continent, as a world. We will beat this. This is probably just a small warning for things that might happen in the future. Oh God. As for people, some people were saying, tell us who the players are. That's just ridiculous. You can't go releasing the players' names. There'll be people going round and, you've seen in the news now where people have been hit or something just because they are from Chinese orientation or whatever it is. I can't remember the word. Is that right? No doubt you'll probably be correcting me. You can't just go giving out players' names. I would have thought a club like Leicester will have the right precautions and procedures in place. It's one of those things where clubs and that have got to be prepared, and hopefully they are. This is just a tough one to talk about, folks. Probably some people will be asking me, for fuck's sake, what do you think and what do you. So I'm just getting in there before. But basically what it is, people have just got to be careful. The thing as well is a flu-like symptoms, it could be absolutely anything. I've been working outside today and I've had a runny nose, and but now I'm back in the warm. Runny nose has stopped, so it's it is a tough one. We will beat it, but as for ending the season now, no, I don't agree with it. We've still got what we're in March, April. We've still got a good few weeks or so to go of the season, and a lot of things can happen. But there again, they've just said on the news that 14 weeks, it could be worse than ever. Oh God. Am I really in a position to be qualified to talking about this? I don't know. But there again, we're all entitled to our opinion. I'd like to be interested in the comments that what you think. Do you think the season should turn off? Do you think the season should be cancelled? Do you think it should be suspended for 2 weeks to see if players have actually got the virus, if the club's got the virus? Do you think it should be suspended and brought back? Do you think we should actually get rid of the Euros this year? Because there's going to be a lot of people travelling all over the continent watching football. Do we scrap the Euros? I think that might be an option where it takes the pressure. That's not a go, I've swallowed the wrong way. Where it would actually take the pressure off the leagues. Scrap the Euros, bring the Euros in next year, and then the World Cup the following year. I don't know, or just scrap the Euros altogether. I think that might be a good thing. Scrap the Euros, give the teams, the Premier League, the Spanish, the Italians and all that, give them a chance to finish the domestic season and then go again. I quite like that idea. I was thinking that earlier on, just scrap the Euros, because this needs to be done. I think your bread and butter is your football, your domestic football, and just gone under the tunnel, under the A46, letting gypsum out, and that'll be it. But I'll be interested to read your comments, folks, down below. This is a massive talking point for most football players and teams and sports pundits. I am not a sports pundit. I'm just some fat bloke in a van talking about football. It'll be just interesting to see. All right, folks, I'm going to leave that one there. Get home, go walk the dogs in this cold, wet, windy weather. And we've got pork chops. So, all right, laters.